Yes, the stars that never felt a wound, but soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief. That thou her maid art far more far fair than she, be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off, it is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourages, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me to speak. She speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven have some business. Do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth the lamp. Her eye in heaven would through the airy region steam so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that cheek, that I might touch that cheek.
Go.
Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night. Beord my head as a winged messenger of heaven unto the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sailing upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I will no longer be a captive.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? Is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name, that which we call a rose, where any other word would smell as sweet? So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love. I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened at night, so stumblest on my counsel?
I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written it, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and not a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either dislike thee.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen would find thee here.
With love's light wings did I perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dare love attempts, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more pearl in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but love do love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death procured wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as vast shore washed with the far sea. I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou know'st the mask of night is on my face, else would it maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain would I dwell on form, fain deny. What I have spoke, a farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? If now thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false at lovers' perjuries. They say Jove laughs at lovers' perjuries. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be nervous and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the will. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayst think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess. But that thou overheardst ere I was ware, my true love's passion. Therefore, pardon me, and not impede this healing delight of which the dark night hath so displayed.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with silver all these fruit trees' tops.
Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circle orb, lest that thy love proves likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Oh, well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be, ere one can say, it lightens. Sweet good night, this bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when you next meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that rain in my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Doth the exchange of that love's faith vow for mine?
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it. Thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have from over infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. And now, good nurse, sweet Montague, stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night, I am afeard. Being in night all this but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial. 3
words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me roll tomorrow. By when that I'll pursue to come to thee, where and what time thou writ form the right, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Yes, and
Certainly, madam. I come anon, but if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee. Madam.
Go.
By and by I come, to cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So drive my soul
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times to the worst wants thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys for their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, for a falconer's voice, to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is bourse, and may not speak aloud, else would I fear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of, my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name, how silver sweet sound lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Go.
Romeo,
Mine, yes,
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail, 'tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll say to have these forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's burn. Yeah, that lets it hop a little from his hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted guidance, and with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving, jealous of his poet.
I would if I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet arrow, that I shall say good night till the morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Would I were sleep, peace, so sweet rest. Hence I will to my ghostly fair close cell, his help to crave in my heart.